So here, so 1, 2, 3. Hi, Matt from Modern Samurai here again, and welcome to another edition of Self-Defense Made Simple. Now today we're going to be looking at some striking without gloves. So what we're going to be looking to do is look at some basic striking, and then we're going to look at putting that together in a little bit of a change. So again, what we're doing at the moment is we're on ground level, we're on foundation here. So what we're doing is we're putting together a strong grasp of some of the basic mechanics. Okay, so we're going to be looking at some strikes. So we're going to be looking at a back fist, a hammer fist, a palm strike, or maybe even a cross punch with a closed fist, because sometimes that's okay, but the mechanics will remain more or less the same. And then we're going to be looking at the first of the elbows. Okay, so there are all kinds of different ways to throw elbows, and we'll go much deeper into all of this as we go along. But for now, we're going to start with those basic movements, and then we're going to learn how to throw the strikes and why we throw the strikes, and then we're going to look at how we would then put those together to form a basic chain. Okay, so the idea with that is that we're not in a sport striking environment, we're looking at more of a self-defense environment. So we're coming off our non-aggressive stance platform, and we're aiming to basically throw the strikes as fast as we can, as quickly as we can, in the most compact movement that we can. Okay guys, so if you enjoy these videos, then please remember to subscribe, click the bell notification, and leave us a comment. So let us know the kind of things you'd like us to do some tutorials on. Let us know the kind of questions that you have. So how can we help you guys to improve what you already do? How can we show you guys how to do something a little better, or our variation of doing something? And also, if you have any critiques that you'd like to sort of give to us with regards to what we're putting out, please do so. Love to hear it, because we never stop learning, we never stop evolving, we never stop growing. Okay, so for today's video, we've got Tony with us, and he's going to give us a hand. Tony's one of my students who's been training for a while, and he's also in the process of learning these skills. So we're going to work through them together. And so Tony, thanks for your help with this, my friend. Okay, so let's get started. Don't misunderstand this. This by itself is not a knockout shot. All right, what we're looking to do is set up. So it can be an opener in a combination of shots, or if used correctly, it can be something to line up a power shot. So if you think about me being slightly off his line here, and I use this back fist, boom, here to turn his head slightly. Now what I've done here is I've opened up that jawline for that knockout strike, whether it's here or whether it's here. So here, see? So I open that up, boom, open it here, okay? So what we're looking to do is use that to open him that way, or we could use this back fist moment as a finger strike here. So instead of thinking about connecting like this, what I can do here is, boom, is draw my fingers across the eyes. All right, so here, boom, I can look to jab out, I can look to come across here, boom, creating that flinch response. So if I connect, I don't need a lot of power. If I don't connect and he reacts to it, again, what will happen is his head will turn, he will shy and lean away, which will again allow me that line, boom, to come in with my power strike. So that's it. So again, nice and loose, that's it. So try to make sure that other hand just comes up that little bit when you throw this out. There you are, that's perfect, there we go. So the next one then is going to be a cross or a palm strike. So when people say about punching with a closed fist, and they say it's not the right thing to do for a self-defense environment, there are occasions when it actually is. So if I've got a clear shot along the jawline, then a closed fist is a pretty good option. Let's be honest, that's a good tool for that particular job. However, I've got to be aware of using a closed fist on things like, top of the head, heavy skull, hitting into the teeth themselves. Okay, if I hit into the teeth themselves with a closed fist, there's a good chance that I'm going to hurt my hand, I'm going to get teeth embedded in there. It's not going to be overly pleasant. So if I've got a nice line on the shot, okay, whereas we talked about a moment ago, so if I've got the head turned here and I've got a good direct line to the jawline here, A closed fist is a good way of doing this because it's going to create that brain shake. It's going to flick the head around. So what's going to happen is, boom, you're going to spin the head, and that's what's going to create the knockout blow. Yeah, and that's what we want. In this environment, if we have to throw these, and we have to mean it, it's no good me just sort of breaking his nose, making his nose bleed and his eyes water. What I need to do is basically switch off the computer. So from here, look, if we're in a front-facing position, again, I can use my non-aggressive stance here. I can be talking to him, controlling the range, reading that body language. And now if I have to go, I'm stepping in here, okay, and I'm driving the hand in. In this instance, I'm coming up under the chin, it can be right under the nose. Something to bear in mind, I'm generating force with my body drop, okay? So if I'm throwing a hooking punch, it's all in the hips. My movement comes from the hips, comes from the floor, comes from the feet, comes from the hips, and it torques at the waist. With regards to straight punching, what I'm doing is dropping my body weight into the strike. So here, look, this position, I'm dropping. Here, okay, so drop into the strike. Okay, nice, yeah. Good, yeah, strong. That's it. Good. The next one in this chain is our basic elbow. Now, when we're looking to come in on the elbow on this, okay, what we're doing here is I'm coming off the lead hand and I'm just folding the hand in. So here, look, I'm just coming to this position. So from here, I'm bringing the hand in towards my body and throwing my hip and elbow around. Now, obviously I'm not within range at this point. So if the person isn't coming forward, then I'm going to have to cover that range. And I also want to use the mechanics of this to create power. So here, look, I'm going to step my back foot slowly out into the side. Out into the side. Now I'm turning my hips as I do that and dropping my body weight. So from here, look, so here, this position. So here, one, my body on this, I'm looking to come along the jawline. I can come higher, but in this instance, I'm looking for the jawline. So what I'm actually going to do, if you think about being out of fighting range or being out at a punching range here, my punching range is here. So that means I'm not close enough for the elbow. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to step with my back leg. So my back leg steps out and across here. So my position now, boom, here. Okay, so again, here. Now again, I'm dropping my body weight to gain power in the shot, stepping out and across hips to here. So boom, this position. Okay, so here, that's it. So whenever you step into your fighting stance, so at the moment that you're in your non-aggressive stance, so it hasn't quite gone physical, the moment that it does, you want to be going into a fighting stance. So that hand wants to come up to protect you. So as I throw here, this hand now comes up, all right? Yeah, that's better, there you go. So if I'm throwing this as an individual strike, what I'll actually do is I will look to angle to give me the line here, see? Now from here, I can come through, all right? So if we do this the other way, here, look, I can come through. So here, look, it's like, fella, seriously, yeah, here, okay, again, the other way, it's like, obviously, yeah. All right, so again, I want to get used to practicing this. So if you've got a guy with pads, if you're looking at doing this with partner work, then that's the way to do this. So what you're actually doing is you take your centre, you look to step off the centre, so you use a bit of movement here. Now look, that gives you the line, and then from here what we're doing is you're coming through the target. So from here, okay, I'm looking to bring my front leg across and draw the power through the target. So again, it depends on my line. If you think about my centre line here, I'm not going to throw this from a direct centre line position, so I would have to be off centre. So if I'm off centre here, this now works, okay? So from here, okay, pulling through here. So I would need to be off that centre line, and I can then throw from here. Pull the leg across, draw the hips and the body through. Yeah, okay, so yeah, right? So you're literally, if you think about your line is here, and now you're drawing across with that hand. That's better, there you are. All right, so boom, bring it right through, good. Nice, and again. Right, so let's look at trying to put these together in a basic chain. All right, so we don't have to worry about doing all of the above, because we don't have to. We can have these as like separate little sets. So if I was practicing these again, I would do these separately and then I would try and build them together. So we've already looked at them separately, so now let's start looking at a little chain. So the first part of the chain is we're going to go back fist to cross or palm strike, okay? So here, from a non-aggressive stance, we're just going to be back here, all right? Nice and simple, non-aggressive stance. What I'm going to do is elbow and then hammer fist. So from my position, again, don't want to fight, I feel, suddenly for whatever reason, I feel I have to take an action. So from that position, look, 1, 2, come back, okay? So heel up, so 1, 2, then we start off. Again, don't get too crazy. So when you're starting, don't think about how fast you can do it, think about how well you can perform the movement and how small and compact you can get it. So heel up, you want to be in this position, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Then we look to pick that up a little bit. So, okay, so, then we start adding the power. Once we get the rhythm, then we start looking drive through. A bit of hip rotation, okay, here. Now, I'm going to follow that up with that palm strike. So from here, look, we've got bum bum, here. Nice and simple. Here. Now look where my hands and my legs are going. I'm moving towards him here. Now, I'm not striking him on purpose, because obviously even with the bash hat on, it's uncomfortable. So from this position, we've got 1, 2. Now from here, we're going to come straight back with that elbow we've been practicing. Remember the foot on this. Boom, here. Okay, so now what we've got is from here, we've got bam, bam, bam. All right, now we're going to draw that back through again. So from this position now, we've got 1, 2, 3, and then boom, draw it back. Let's try the whole thing together then. So now look, we're going back fist, palm strike, elbow, hand fist into another palm strike, okay? We're trying to run through the entire little drill there. So the idea is we've hit the aggressor 5 or 6 times, rapid succession. We've taken him out of his predatory state. Yeah, we've given him something else to think about than attack. Yeah, what we've done is we've basically changed the position from him being the aggressor to us being the aggressor. Okay. So back fist palm strike. Yes, good. That's it. Yeah. One